What about you, baby? You want to try that game? Oh, you're doing so good, baby. It's in here, cutie. You hear it? Oh, you're so strong. Wow, you're strong. Hey, happy OONSDAY, everyone. Did you ever hear the old adage that a true intelligent animal can use tools? So there are a lot of animals in the animal kingdom that have been known for tool use. Elephants use branches to swat away flies. Chimpanzees have used long blades of grass to pull ants out of holes. They've even fashioned what seem to be spears out of sticks. Very crude looking, but a tool nonetheless. Octopus, dolphins, gorillas, orangutans, and one of my favorites, the Caledonia crow. The Caledonia crow has a giant tool set that it creates, all for a different purpose, a different size hole, a different grub that it's going after. Just amazing that something like a bird can create a tool. So, I don't know. I'm going to put out some tools tonight and see if my raccoons construct a house for themselves. Perhaps they'll construct a birdhouse for the wren that they so rudely destroyed earlier this year. Let's see how smart they are. I think the raccoon's just checking out what it has to use and work with, and going back to the drawing board back there and looking at his architectural plans and coming up with something. Yeah, they're focused on that half-inch drywall for sure. Perhaps they need to repair a wall up in that squirrel house they tore the roof off of, and they were trying to use as a home. Well, these guys are kind of young, so I don't know what their moms taught them yet. These are Cleo's babies. Yeah, that's a mallet. Are you going to use the mallet? You're using the mallet. You got to lift it up. Tool use with animals is a very important skill. If you want to make it to the big leagues and save the galaxy one day, you got to take these steps. So that's the only power tool out there. I don't want to make it too easy for them. So they already know how to use a ladder. Is that tool use? I don't think so. Unless they moved it to an object they want it to get to. Perhaps then it is. Okay. Checking out the drill, checking out the hammer, checking out the drywall. I think they're coming up with a plan here. Well, with 3 of them, they can get something built in no time. Come on, guys. If an octopus can do it, you can do it. I mean, come on. Crows can do it. They don't even have hands. Okay, one was checking out the square. One's checking out the clamp. Don't forget your safety goggles. It's very important. Safety first. Oh, I forgot to put a pencil out there for them. How are they supposed to measure? Well, they got a tape measure, but they can't mark it. They're going to have to etch it with their claw. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Someone's got to teach these guys. You gonna put on your safety goggles? So this is the lumber I have for them to use. Should be enough to get them started on a project. That's a saw. So the Caledonia crow, like I mentioned, constructs many different tools. It'll kind of make sawtooth devices out of like a reed, and it will use that to catch a grub just right out of a hole in a tree, and it will pull it up out of that hole. And it has different design tools for different purposes. That's just amazing. And there's always arguments about the size of our brains that give us the advantage, but that seems to go against the argument because a crow's brain is not that big. So I saw an interesting documentary recently on Homo naledi from a cave system in Africa. The remains of what appears to be a burial, a repetitive burial site in the most difficult of places from something that's not a Homo sapien.
Having these rituals and what appears to be markings in the cave too, and this goes back, I think it was 250,000 years ago. So, and their brain size was much, much smaller than ours. So I wouldn't underestimate any animal to have a complex brain, a complex thought system.
Okay, Mama's here. Cleo, have you taught your kids anything about using tools yet? Okay, we have some 2-inch screws there that they can use. If they figure out that power drill, they're on their way. Well, that one's thinking about using the saw. Well, you're a lazy little baby. You're laying down and eating? What kind of work ethic is that? Alright, so we finally have an adult checking things out here. We need an adult to supervise these babies on tool use and construction. I can't hold their hand through this whole thing. I got your booty. Oh, the baby's grabbing the square. Alright, you just gotta lift that saw, start cutting that plywood. That'll be one big step for raccoonity. Oh, this one's got an itch on his belly. There's probably a tool for that. Should I get you a back scratcher? You gonna use the clamp? What are you gonna use the clamp for? Yes, use your goggles. Oh, here comes Mr. Wiener. Let's see if Mr. Wiener has any construction skills. So I'm rooting for you tonight, Mr. Wiener. They have the saw upright. That is pretty impressive. That's the first step right there. It's a very fine-tooth saw. They should be okay. One's working with the tape measure right now. Well, that's pretty cute right there. Look at that little guy crawling under the drywall. I might have to name that guy Bob the Builder. That baby grabbed that whole large file and moved it. Has it upright too. Could start filing on the edge of that hammer. That'd be some tool use. I don't know. Mr. Wiener still has an issue carrying food to the water bowl. He might not be the one to depend on tonight. Now, in my old home, in my old neighborhood, they constructed more sophisticated garbage cans to try and keep the raccoons out, and that didn't matter. Raccoons figured it out. People had to actually get really tight bungee cords to keep the raccoons out. So raccoons are incredible problem solvers. Now the leap into tool use, that's a whole nother category for animals. It would be a Christmas miracle to see this happen. But I always say, unless you try, you'll never know. And obviously I know that's not what they mean by tool use with animals, but we're having fun tonight. Hi, pal. How you doing tonight, Mr. Wiener? How's my buddy? Are you gonna use the drill? Alright, looks like Excitable Bill is here. Hi, Bill. Well, I picture Bill having a real strong work ethic. That one's always go, go, go. Bill's a little caffeinated all the time. Oh. That baby's getting awfully close to using that power drill. Puts his paw in the right place, we might get some action. Well, looks like Brutus showed up. Yeah, he would, I'd have him doing the rough carpentry and the cement work. That guy's look at him. He's pure muscle. They enjoy going under that drywall. Yeah, they kind of constructed a little lean-to there. Oh, Cutie showed up. Oh, cuties might want to use the ladder. Hi, Cutie. Come here, baby. Uh-oh. There goes the tape measure. I don't think Cutie knows what to make of this. What are you doing? 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 I'm gonna get your booty, gonna get your booty, gonna get your booty. I got your booty. Oh my goodness, Bill. What are you gonna make? Oh, here comes the Cookie Monster. Okay, I'm thinking maybe with some motivation they'll want to build something. Okay, here's some cookies. I'm not handing it to you, you crazy boy. Girl. Bill. Mr. Wiener, what are you doing? You're grabbing into the screws? Well, that was interesting. I wonder if that's the old Raccoons like shiny objects thing. He found that fascinating enough to open it up while he had a cookie in his mouth to check that out. Maybe he's brewing a plan. Okay, you need to go get a tool to pry open my hand to get it. Ah, that's your tool right there. Your hands. Very gifted hands. Okay, Bill, hang on. Bill, come on. Got it. Okay, cutie, we're going to make it a little challenging. See this cup? I'm going to put it underneath it. Here. There it is. There it is. There you go. Good job. You're a smart raccoon. I think it's that Badger or Brutus. He's out there wanting one. I'm sorry I ignored you. Bill, I'm not trying that with you. I won't have a hand left. I know you. Okay, cutie. Let's try another game. Here's a cookie. Oh. Got it wedged in there. Yeah, I got it wedged in there. Can you get it out? Can you get it out? Good job. Okay, Mr. Wiener, it's your turn to try this game. I'm going to put the cookie under there. See it? Oh, oh. Good job. Carry it with your mouth. You make it so tough on yourself. Look at you. You're dropping it all the way there. Look how big Cutie's getting. Probably one of the bigger raccoons in the group now. but super docile, super gentle. Hi there, baby. Baby, you want to try? It's under there. Smell it in that hole? There you go. Oh, almost figured it out. Good job. Beauty, the baby watched you and learned. Is that how knowledge is passed on with raccoons? I know you guys are smart. Wonder if you'll ever engage in tool use. Who knows? Maybe this population will make the leap to that next level. They'll be right up there with chimpanzees. These guys have been accessing some unique skills in my backyard, trying all sorts of new activities week after week. Maybe a light will go off in their brains like 2001 Space Odyssey. And they will figure out how to use a tool. Or how to craft a tool. Their hands seem to do everything they need it to do in the world they live in, so I can't figure out the necessity of a tool for them to improve their lives. Well, dogs barking, out they go. I know they do better than me out in the wild, that's for sure. So intelligence is kind of relative if you think of it that way. An octopus would be much smarter in the bottom of the ocean than I would ever be. Well, I think I'm going to clean this stuff up before anyone gets hurt. Everything was safe so far tonight, but I just don't want to risk it. So I'm going to pull all these tools in. It was just a funny little bit to talk about animals and tool use. Like I mentioned, their hands do everything they need to do in the world they live in. And they are super intelligent, they're super problem solvers, and this isn't meant to diminish them at all or their intelligence. This is silly, and it is a special adaptation that some animals have derived over time. And like I said, who knows what the future brings for raccoons? Something like tool use could happen in the future, you never know. Nature selects for all sorts of interesting characteristics. So happy OONSDAY, everyone!